Alright, tonight we're going to be making a chicken crack casserole, is what a lot of people refer to it as, but all the ones that I have tried are terrible. So this is my version of a chicken crack casserole. This is going to be much easier. Okay, so you're going to need a stovetop safe skillet or baking casserole dish. And turn that on to medium low. If you don't have a oven safe or a stovetop, if you don't have a casserole dish that is stovetop safe, you could do this part into a skillet and then transfer it into your casserole dish. Or if you have a very large frying pan that's oven safe, you could use that as well. Either way, it's going to cook the exact same way. Okay, so we have a 13 by 9 casserole dish that we're heating up here. We've got it oiled really well. Got so shiny. And it's a Saturday night, so I'm going to pour some coffee. Have some coffee while I cook dinner. I always wait until I'm really tired to start cooking dinner. Alright, and we're going to need that chicken that we cut up from last night's dinner. Delicious coffee. Okay, so we're going to add about 1 pound of chicken that's already diced to this hot skillet. While this is cooking, let's see, we're going to chop up an onion to put in here. That's a little bit high. I might turn that down a little bit. There we go. Let's let that cook for a second on lower heat while I dice that onion. Okay, now as we dice this chicken or this onion, we're just going to add it straight to the chicken as we go. And I'm using 2 onions because these are the last of those super tiny pathetic onions that I bought. I had groceries delivered, and that was a really bad idea because then people don't know how to choose the vegetables. And we're just going to add that directly to our chicken so that it can start to saute. Alright. Okay, let's get all those put into the garbage here. Take some drinks off of our coffee. Delicious. Alright, now we're just going to add that onion directly to that chicken and turn that heat back up a little bit so we can get this cooking. Oh, yes, and we're going to want to add some butter. We need 2 tablespoons of butter. This is going to help make our sauce nice and rich, too. Okay, so we're just going to cook and saute this for, I don't know, probably 2 to 5 minutes until that chicken's all the way cooked. Alright, now that that chicken and onion are all fully cooked, we're going to add in the rest of our ingredients. We're going to start with 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese. And you don't want that stuff that says low fat or Nutricello. That's fake cheese. You don't want that. I don't know what that stuff's made out of. Okay. I should have opened this before I started the video, huh? Okay, we're going to add this in, help get that mixed around a little bit because it's still pretty cold. You don't want your heat to be too high at this point or you'll start to burn it a little bit. You just want it to melt really slow, just like butter. If you cook it on too high of a temperature, it'll start to burn and turn all brown. But if you just melt it really slow and it stays yellow. Okay. And we'll just smush it down a little bit with the back of our spoon here. Okay, and then now that it's just almost warmed up but not all the way melted, that's about right. Just keep smushing it with the back of your spoon here. We're going to add in 2 cups of milk. And we're going to heat this up until that cream cheese is all the way melted through. And this milk is almost boiling. I'm just kind of pressing it down as we go. Get all those chunks out of there. Don't worry, it'll all melt as we go. All right, and now we're going to add a tablespoon of classic ranch dressing mix. Maybe a touch more. I would suggest measuring it out. It's 1 tablespoon. I add it there. Then we're going to add in 2 teaspoons of chicken bouillon. Touch more. 2 teaspoons of chicken bouillon. And now that this is up to a boil, okay, now we're going to add in 2 cups of water. And just keep heating that up. And we're going to add in a little bit of cayenne. Not too much, just enough to give it some flavor. It's going to be probably, it's about 1/2 teaspoon. Just a tiny bit of flavor. Okay, you're not going to want salt mixture in this. You might want a little bit of black pepper. The chicken bouillon and the ranch seasoning both contain a lot of salt already, so do not add salt. Alright, while we wait for that to heat up, we're going to go ahead and get our cheese measured out. We're going to need 2 cups of Mexican grade cheese. You could use mozzarella for this also. I'm sure that'd be good too. Oh, let's preheat the oven. We almost forgot to preheat the oven. Preheat your oven to 350. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees before you start this, because this takes about just the same amount of time as it takes to preheat your oven. Now that we're boiling, we're going to go ahead and stir in that cheese. We could turn that off at this point so it doesn't boil over on you. We're going to stir in this cheese. Nice and slow. You don't want to splash that boiling liquid all over you. Okay, now we're going to add 2 cups of uncooked elbow pasta. You could use any kind of pasta you want. And 2 cups is equivalent of 1 pound. Oops, dropped one. Okay, and 2 cups of elbow pasta. Let's scrape out the rest of that cheese that's stuck in there. This can all be done with 1 little 2-cup measuring cup. Everything's 2 cups. Now we're going to add in 2.5 ounces of real bacon pieces, which if you have real bacon, good for you. But I cannot afford $10 a pound, nor will I, even if I had that much, for bacon right now. It's ridiculous. So we're going to stir in these bacon pieces, stir in this pasta, and we're going to pop this in the oven for 30 minutes. You got to make sure this is good and hot before you add that pasta in there. Doesn't that look good already? A couple big fat pieces of cream cheese. We'll just stir that a little bit. Okay, here we go. Now we're ready to pop that in the oven. Now be careful when you pick this up. It's going to be hot. Don't forget to use your oven mitts. Okay, and we're going to put that in the oven for 30 minutes. Okay, and after that 30-minute timer has gone off, you're going to sprinkle this with some cheddar just to make it look really nice and pretty. Oh, that's going to look so pretty when that melts. Turn your oven off, and you're just going to pop that back in the oven for about 10 minutes and just let it rest. Okay, and then after you pull this out of the oven, this is what it looks like. Okay. Try to get all that so the cheese is not disrupted on the top when you serve it up. Just give it a shake, or you could use a spoon to slide it down. Yum. Smells really good. It's very aromatic. Look at all that chicken and bacon. A little bit of ranch, a little bit of spice. Gonna be rich and creamy from that cream cheese. All right. All right. I'll see you guys next time.